Is it your first time here, sir? Well, welcome. Welcome to the Kingsmen. We are so happy to have you. So, I understand you are here for your first suit fitting? Well, come right in. We have a special room fitting just for you. Come right in, come right in. Now, as you know, the Kingsmen are a very old organization and we hold with certain traditions, many of those including the care of your suit. Now, I say for conservative sake that we start with a grey suit. What do you say to that, sir? I have here an unfitted grey suit and I think it's going to look simply splendid on you. Now, of course, it's going to come with a few amenities, most importantly, bulletproof. Now, don't go testing this over much. High caliber bullets, close range, and of course, armor piercing might not be stopped by your Kingsman suit. However, we will make sure that you are taken care of in every other aspect. Also, small knives and such will be delightfully turned if they are brought upon your suit. You will find you not only want to wear your suit for its fantastic look, but also because it keeps you from being dead. Now, I'm going to put this around your neck. I'm going to measure here. There we are. We've got a 15-inch neck, very slender, sir, very good shape, I see, looking very good. Now, I want you to have your jacket on as often as possible. Even though this is armor proof, it does have a lovely breathing quality to it that you will absolutely adore. So don't take it off if you don't need to. Now, I myself love my bow ties, but you might want to consider one of our classic ties, not least of which, because it can be stretched out and in a heartbeat, become a small weapon for you. Never underestimate taking an enemy by surprise by removing your tie and in a heartbeat stabbing them with it. Very, very delightful. Also, your necktie can be used as a garrote. Now, obviously, a normal tie can be used for this. However, yours will come with a thin lining on the left-hand side where you will be able to turn it bladed with a simple click, and that will take care of most people on a very permanent basis. So, let's talk about your suit itself. I want to make sure that we are getting the length on your arm. Hold your arm out for me. Yes, indeed. Good. Hold still, hold still, hold still. And we've got 26 inches. Very good. You've got a good classic frame. We want to make sure that your cuff does not overextend here. We want to make sure that it extends just shy of your shirt collar cuff. And that is very important because of the lovely devices that we are going to hide inside your suit. There is going to be a compartment for 3 smoke bombs on the left-hand side. They can be, at your discretion, fired remotely by your watch. We'll get to that watch in just a minute. There's going to be some more fun with that. And your right-hand one will have various small but deadly weapons. One of them will contain an injectable poison. One of them will have a memory lost capsule, and the other one a small but quite effective, I may assure you, explosive that can be fired to explode upon impact, or you can place it and mold it like plastic and explode it remotely, again by that extremely handy watch we're going to set you up with. Are we getting excited yet? Is suit fitting the very, very best? Now, let me check your waist, sir, if you could. I'm just going to check that here. 32, doing very well, sir. Very well indeed. 32. We want to make sure that you keep your jacket buttoned whenever you can, because of course that will increase the area that it will protect you from. You will do much better. This will leave only this area and of course the face where you can be struck. You will of course have your company issued glasses, which will give you heads-up display, allow you to communicate with any other Kingsman worldwide, and also a very slight projectile resistance. You do not want to test whether or not it can stop a caliber at close range. Unfortunately, one of our agents found that out the hard way. Now, let's look at your pants leg. There. Hold still. And 31. Sounds good. Now, the pants on this are going to, of course, be suited to fit you well, be rather snug in the crotch, but we are going to put in a bit of a truss in special areas. This is going to essentially allow you for more advanced combat. So for those roundhouse kicks, those side kicks, and that bringing down the axe kick on your enemy's shoulder blade, this is going to allow you a greater range of movement. Also, we have put special surprises in your pockets. At some point, unfortunately, most of our agents do get either kidnapped or restrained. One of the first things that an enemy will do, they will put their hand into your pocket in an attempt to find out who you are. Most people will reach first into the right hand pocket. When they do, they will find a very unpleasant surprise. Now, you will be able to deactivate this simply by pressing on the small depressed area immediately above the pocket. Then you will be able to safely reach your hand in and remove the device if you wish to use it in another capacity. But if they reach in, they will receive several thousand volts of electricity coursing through their body. Of course, your pants will be insulated so that they will not be affecting you. You might get a little bit of a jolt, but it will be worth it to knock that person just flat on their back. Of course, also because of the many places that our agents travel, you will occasionally fall into pickpockets, and they are in for a rather nasty surprise if they try to pick your right front pocket. Now, as far as the other pockets, they have hidden compartments where you can keep small valuable items, things like microfiche and USB that you might be using or stealing as part of your assignment. For the back pockets, you might think that I'm lying, but they actually contain a small, single-use, but very useful, what amounts to a jet booster. I don't want to say something so grand as a jet pack, because that would not be accurate. You cannot really steer. What this will allow you is for one concentrated burst up into the sky. Imagine you are standing on top of a roof. You're on the 10th floor, and there's a 13th floor on the other side. The enemy is about to come through the door and kill you. You head up and you land on that 13th floor. It's good for about 4 stories worth, about 40 feet of height. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to. We have the training area that will work with you on that. It was inspired by one of our agents who literally had to fly by the seat of his pants. I love tailor humor. I love tailor humor. Now, let's talk about your shirt. Now, I will tell you there is nothing that can take the place of a good white shirt. Very serviceable, very good. However, the white shirt that you have will be able to be rolled back like so. When you do the second time, this will engage, much like with your tie, a thick metallic band that will activate and strengthen. This will allow you to deliver devastating blows like so without setting off a metal detector. It is not truly magnetic. It simply hardens as hard as metal. And this way you can very casually bring back your sleeve and turn it into a weapon at a moment's notice. So we're going to start you with a white shirt. Try to keep it clean. They are machine washable. And after that, we'll set you up with a series of more colorful shirts, each one that has their own special purposes. Now, don't think that I have forgotten your shoes. Now, your shoe will of course have the neurotoxin blade that will come out. It will of course have many other useful items hidden inside, but we have a few extra surprises that we've added on that you will like very much. First of all, the shoelace can be extended out up to 150 feet. It is cleverly coiled inside the shoe with a false area that spins out. Now, that between the two shoes will give you 300 feet of rope that will not break, up to 500 pounds of pressure. So if you are, say, rescuing the inevitable damsel in distress, you can rappel. You can use one of the shoes to anchor you and make your way down. Now that leads us to the final part of the fun, which is the watch. Now this is a standard watch, of course, always good to be on time, but it is also a remote detonator. Now you will need to learn the sequence of the bevel. You can turn the bevel as you see here. This will change the various settings, but what this will allow you to do is remotely detonate several key items on your person. One being the electrified item in your pocket. You can set that off from a distance. The two jetpacks in your posterior can be removed and say, if you want to attach them to an enemy who is not expecting a sudden ride. And of course, the right shoe also has a powerful explosive in it. This is important because many times when you are rappelling downwards, the enemy will be above. So what you can do is when you see the enemy has reached the rope, what are they going to do? Of course, they're going to pull out a knife and cut yours. So what you will do is you will swing up, crash into the nearest window so that you are no longer requiring the rope, and boop. Go ahead and give that a hit. Your shoe will explode and take out the enemy who is currently leaning over and looking at the shoe. I can't tell you how often this comes in handy. So, are you ready to get fitted for your Kingsman suit? I thought you were. You've got what it takes to become a true Kingsman, and I look forward to having you on our team. So, let's get you suited up. I can see from your measurements that you would like to see more of these role plays. To do so, check out a few other videos, and I'll be happy to entertain you some more. Thank you for watching Role Play Riot.